Welcome back. Seeing your vehicle's check engine light could be a headache, even if it turns out to be something pretty minor. But simply ignoring it could mean some serious trouble down the road. With more on what you need to look out for, we want to welcome Cliff Hudson from Hudson's Import Service. Good to see you, Cliff.
Good to see you again.
Now, I've noticed some people, they say, oh, that check engine light, it means absolutely nothing. They actually put a piece of electrical tape over it.
Or take the bulb out.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Well, it's called a malfunction indicator light, MIL. That's what we call it in our industry. It actually probably should be called the misconception indicator light. Because unfortunately, so many people don't really have a clue what it is.
Well, that's just it.
Almost all of them are programmed two ways. They either come on and they burn steady, or they flash. If it comes on and burns steady, that's your car's way of saying, hey, the onboard computer sees something electronically that's wrong. You ought to get this looked at when you get the opportunity.
Okay.
If it comes on and flashes, that's the, hey, stop your world, you need to do this now.
So now, flashing real bad.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the problem is that the onboard, the malfunction indicator light is actually programmed by the computer. The computer actually triggers it. So the computer has to first see a fault, then it pops that light on. The computer actually might see a fault in another system. Very often we'll pull a code and it says, hey, go look at the transmissions computer, it's got something to tell you.
Yeah.
So what actually happens is you're riding down the road, this thing pops on, and people get this misconception of, well, you know, it's been on several times.
It's just
I can ignore
minor.
this. It's just something minor.
Right.
And it can be. Leaving a fuel cap loose.
Which I've done.
Okay, which you've done.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't know at the time, but I have learned.
Exactly. That can bring check engine light on. Problem is, there are codes that are universal, like a P0301 is a misfire in every car on the road. That's a misfire
Well, and some
with
folks
cylinder number
will
1.
check those codes for free for you, and it's not always a good thing because not all codes are universal, are they?
Then we have proprietary codes, like a P2240 in one car.
Oh, yes, a P2240. You know.
You tell them about it.
I have no idea. That's why we brought you here.
In one car, that may mean a defroster flap is stuck. In another car, that may mean the power seat motor has an issue. So you have those proprietary codes. It takes specific software to pull those out of the car.
And that's why it's so important to bring it to someone like Hudson's, because you know from car to car what the differences are.
You want the person servicing your car who services that brand of car and that brand of car as a specialty, because like us, then we buy the computers that are specific for that type and brand of car.
Right. And Cliff, we talked about if somebody like me leaves their gas cap off and the computer puts that check engine light on, then another problem happens. Your car might not notice that secondary problem, which could be much more serious.
There is no secondary way that the car can warn you that there's another issue. So you got a little tear in a vacuum hose or something, and the mechanic says, you know, it's real expensive. It'll keep the light on, but other than that, you'll never know there's a problem. So you drive the car, but now the airflow meter is about to go bad. The onboard computer knows that. It wishes it had a second way to tell you, but it don't. So you're actually driving into a failure. It's going to leave you sitting beside the road because you're just accustomed to seeing that light every day, and you say to yourself, hey, it's that little vacuum hose thing. It'll be fine.
When you're sitting beside the road with a problem, that just means even more dollars going out the door.
Mo money.
Mo money.
Mo
exactly.
money.
Exactly. So what I've learned from you over the last several months is that if you take care of the health of your car, it's like taking care of your body. It's going to pay you back in the long run.
That's right. Cars need exercise. They need to be used frequently, just like we do. For a car to sit around is not good. And yeah, if someone looks at it periodically, just like we get our checkups from time to time, that's the best thing for your car, because preventive maintenance is always the key to enjoying a healthy car.
Right. And I know one thing you guys do is the oil changes. You do the entire check of the car when you do that, right?
You got to do a bumper-to-bumper walk. Exactly. Every time the car comes in, you got to do a bumper-to walk. See if there's anything visual the customer needs to know and be warned about that might be coming their way.
And there's no extra charge. Perfect.
No charge for that.
Cliff, how do we get a hold of you, get an appointment?
Right across the street, 884-2573. Been there only 33 years. Next month.
Is that all?
That's all, just 33 years.
Well, happy anniversary, Cliff. 33 years.
April 1st to be exact.
How about that? Well,
it was April's Fool's Day. It was a good day to open.
Surprise, surprise from Cliff, April Fool's Day. Good to see you, Cliff.
Good to see you.
Well, just ahead on Low Country Live, are you looking for a new hobby that brings the joys of woodcrafting together with the great outdoors? We'll show you why birdhouse making just may be the answer for you next.